To handle the form submission, we need a new function in the new place component. I'll name it place add or place submit handler. Name is up to you. And there we get the event object, and that is important because first of all, I want to call event prevent default. Why? Because I want to make sure that we don't have that browser default of submitting the form and sending a request, which effectively leads to a page reload and therefore crashes or ends our running single page application. Place submit handler is then bound here to the form. So on submit is here set to place submit handler. And with that set here in the place submit handler, we now can send our data to the server. Now, of course, at the moment we have no logic to send it to a server. We have no server yet. We have no backend yet. This will change later in the course. For the moment, let's simply console log our form state inputs data here to find out whether we have all the data stored in form state correctly. So the value and the validity for all our inputs. So if we now save this and we enter something here and here, and I click add place, we don't reload the page, which is great. And here indeed we have the output I want. I'm logging this here. We have the description, we have the title, and we're storing the values and the validity correctly here. So this is working, and later we will be able to send this to the backend. So that is what will happen later. And that is how easy form submission is. Our form is not finished though. Of course, we got the title and the description. Now we need more inputs though. So I'll copy this and add another input here. Because besides the description and the title, I also want to have an address for every place. Here the element will again be input, not a text area. And here I will say address. Now, address does not have a min length, but it should not be empty, so I will again execute this require validator function to configure this require validator. And the error text here is please enter a valid address. We'll not check if the address exists. We'll later do this on the backend, not here on the front end. That should already be all though. That is the great advantage of having this reusable input component and this reusable input handler function. We can add a new input as simple as that, and it should automatically be taken into account. Yeah, everything is only valid here if I enter at least one character into address. And if I then invalidate one of the other inputs, we lose that again. So this all works as it should. We can submit this. It's also part of our form state here, of course, the address. And with that, we're finished. We will later also add image upload, but we have a separate module for that. And hence, I'm happy with that form. We could send it to a server. It's not the only form we have though. What about editing places? There, we also need to be able to at least edit some of the aspects of a place.